Hi there and welcome to Sliding Difficulty, where me, Karl Smallwood from FactFiend, talk about video games that eschew the traditional and painfully binary video game rule of categorizing difficulty as either easy, medium or hard in favour of something altogether more fun and in keeping with the universe the game tries to establish, as well as exploring what those choices mean in a practical sense. And this time we're turning our attention to a game that whipped more arse on release than General Grievous in a locker room.
The kid's got buzzards! Who's got a wet towel? Come here, you butterball!
Don't make me run! I'm full of chocolate!
Resident Evil 4. Or should I say, can I do it? Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Actually, with that joke as well, we can have like Resident Evil General Grievous. The General Kenobi, so it's like General Kenobi.
General Kenobi.
And then Resident Evil. Maybe it's the same guy. I don't know. Now, Resident Evil 4 is a game that puts you into the shoes and immaculately tailored jacket of Leon Kennedy, a rookie cop turned president-protecting super agent capable of suplexing parasite-powered death cultists so hard their heads explode. Like seriously, that shit kicks so much fucking ass. A game fondly remembered for pioneering the action horror genre. I actually wrote that in all caps, so I'd say it nice and loud. Which is just fancy schmancy talk for games where rough shit happens to you, the player, but you have a shotgun, so it's okay. Now, Resident Evil 4 has stood the test of time thanks in part to a surprisingly robust and well-defined difficulty system. Now, ostensibly on boot, the game has two options to choose from, easy and normal, with the former being, well, easier. But what does this actually mean from a gameplay perspective? Well, for starters, the endless hordes of Ganados you face on normal are, well, a little less endless on easy, with some particularly troublesome Ganados, such as ones armed with crossbows, in the later game, simply not spawning. And I think we've all dealt with those before. We've played the game and gone, fuck this. Similarly, Ganados and even bosses will do slightly less damage, with Leon being able to shrug off everything from a hatchet to the face to a direct hit from a 3-ton mutant with anger issue. Likewise, Leon himself will functionally do more damage to all enemies, as they all spawn with less health than usual, meaning Leon is better able to head pop, spin kick and suplex his enemies into oblivion. A less obvious change though is that all the enemies appear a little more sluggish, with Ganados taking ever so slightly longer to both notice and respond to Leon's presence, even if the thing they're responding to is a little bit of keyhole surgery from a government-issued style knife. Here's the thing though, just because you choose to play on easy doesn't mean the game stays that way, thanks to a dynamic difficulty system present in the game that was literally never mentioned in any official media related to it, save for a strategy guide released a full year after the game came out, and even then, it's like a footnote. When in reality, it should have been an entire fucking chapter, because this thing's amazing. So, for example, if you play the game like an absolute fucking don, capping Ganados with kind of ruthless efficiency, usually only seen being performed by either cutscene Leon or, dare I say, CGI movie Leon. CGI movie Leon is fucking ridiculous. So if you manage to play in a way that approaches CGI movie Leon, the game will slowly increase in difficulty, making enemies just a little bit tougher, a little bit faster, and even tweaking drop rates so that you get less ammo, almost as if the game itself is trying to stop Leon's one-man Spanish crusade. On the contrary, getting hit, missing shots, and letting Ashley Graham eat more shit than the Secret Service would ordinarily be okay with. And the opposite will happen. And this is actually a system that you can abuse to make certain encounters a little easier for yourself. Simply go into a corner and throw grenades at the floor before a particularly difficult boss, killing yourself and Ashley, and after 3 or 4 times the boss will be a lot easier. And if you continue to play with the same kind of efficiency and style as CGI movie Leon after that fact, the game will ramp back up to the difficulty you're on. It's all very interesting. So in a way, the game realistically has an almost infinite amount of difficulty options, as near enough every encounter in the game can play out differently based on how many or few kneecap slaps Leon has landed on his enemies. The one exception to this is, and I again wrote this in capital letters, professional mode.
Okay.
Which is unlocked after you've proven you're a bad enough dude to rescue the president's daughter once.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that.
Now on professional mode, the game's difficulty is cranked up to its theoretical maximum, and no amount of Leon death will lower it. As a compromise, the game will award you the PRL-412, or Plagas Removal Laser, upon completion of professional mode. A parasite obliterating laser weapon capable of destroying or killing pretty much every enemy in the game in a single hit. The one exception to this is Salazar's right hand, which can apparently take any amount of damage it wants because that thing's ridiculous. God, that fight's so fucking cool and scary. I was scared as a kid. I didn't like the right hand of Salazar. And here's the thing that I didn't notice till years later. Like, he calls it his right hand, but it stands on his left in some cutscenes.
You wonder when you might notice us.
Who are you?
Me llamo Ramon Salazar.
Anyway, this weapon isn't available in the original GameCube version of the game. We only reward for completion is the satisfaction that you have a very, very large penis. But did you know, gentle viewer, that there is actually another secret difficulty present only on Japanese versions of Resident Evil 4, which for those of you who don't know, is called Biohazard over there. And yes, the guy does say Biohazard when the game starts up.
Biohazard 4.
Biohazard! Like, why do Japanese games and media just get the sickest awesome names? Like, do you guys know that the Fast and Furious series is known as the Wild Speed series in Japan? Why don't we get that? Anyway, this secret extra mode, available only in Japan, is known as Amateur Mode. In addition to being easier than all of the other modes selectable to us here in the West, Amateur Mode sets all variables for difficulty to their lowest values and makes Leon's jaunt through Spain seem like an all-exclusive trip to Benidorm, where you're just showered with ammo, healing items, and treasure. Something else that makes Amateur Mode a lot easier is the fact that you have a fucking shotgun from second one of the game. That's also upgraded, because why the hell not at that point? Your pistol that you start the game with, also upgraded with twice as much ammo and slightly more damage, because you need all the help you can get when you're an amateur secret agent, I suppose. But yeah, the thing that you have to literally risk having your head chainsawed off for in other versions of the game, you get given for free in this one. Changes that actually make more sense, in my opinion, from a story perspective, if you really think about it, because how unrealistic is it that Leon Kennedy, a secret agent extraordinaire and stylish jacket owner, is sent into territories unknown with the sole mission of tracking down the president's daughter with nothing more than a handgun and 10 bullets? Then again, like, given everything Leon is capable of doing in that game, maybe the armourer at the Secret Service didn't think he needed it, because, come on, you can do this shit. So if you enjoyed this video and would like to see me break down the difficulty options in other video games that aren't Resident Evil 4, and I'm not sure why you'd ever want that because Resident Evil 4 kicks so much fucking ass, but yeah, let me know in the comments below and leave a like and a comment. I've already said comment, haven't I? Damn it, I'm so bad at this. You can tell I've not done this in 5 years, but yeah, this is a series I've been working on behind the scenes with Lucas for a while. Lucas was supposed to be helping me out with this one in regards to lending his voice to the project, but unfortunately, he's working on his own stuff right now, and just the time frame on recording this video and getting the new channel launched was a little bit awkward, but suffice to say, I've got a few more in the pipeline that I'd like to work on, and I hope everyone had fun. Have a great day.